As Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. And Jesus said, "Come, follow me, and I will send you out to fish for people." Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. No matter when you are listening to this, thanks so much for hanging out with another Daily Dose. My name is Whye, and I get to be the Jordan young adult pastor here at North Coast Church. And today, we're talking about Peter, the Peter. Now listen to me, there's been a lot of individuals named Peter that have graced this earth. Praise God for all you Peters out there. But I'm talking about Peter the Rock, and I'm not talking about Dwayne the Rock. If you smell what the Rock is coming, I'm not talking about that brother either. I'm talking about Peter the Rock Petros, the individual that Jesus changed his name. His name was Simon, and then he changed his name to Peter. I'm talking about that Peter, but listen to me. This Peter was a hot mess. This individual got it wrong a lot of time. Listen to me, this was an individual who was back and forth in his faith and in his conduct. This was an individual who denied Jesus. This was an individual who was trigger happy and cut off a brother's ear. Come on, what you doing, Peter? This was an individual who was sleeping. Jesus said, "Can you just stay awake?" But he fell asleep. This was an individual who argued that he wanted to be on the left or the right of Jesus when he came into his kingdom. This is who Jesus knew Peter was. Peter was a hot mess. But listen to me. I see myself in Peter. I don't know about you, but I see myself in Peter. I bet we all can relate to Peter. We all are a hot mess. We all have gotten it wrong many times. But you know what's awesome? He also was the person who got it right. Yes, he was an individual that Jesus looked straight up at him and said, "Satan, get behind me." Can you believe that? He called the brother Satan. But he also was a person who got it right. This was an individual that walked on water with Jesus. He had enough faith to walk on water with Jesus. This was an individual who healed the individual at the gate called Beautiful. He said, "Get up and walk." This was the individual who preached a 5-minute sermon where thousands came to Christ. Now listen to me, I've been preaching for a long time, and my sermons have never been 5 minutes. Watch yourself. But here's the thing, they definitely, thousands of individuals, I've never seen thousands of individuals come to Christ because of something that I said. This was an individual that when Jesus says, "Who do you say I am?" He said, "You are the Christ, the Messiah." He got it right. And it was upon that confession that he was called the Rock. Praise God for people like Peter in the Bible that we can relate to. Praise God for people not only like Peter, but Paul and Jacob and Isaac and Deborah and Esther and Rahab and Samson, Zacchaeus, Mary Magdalene, the disciples, all these individuals, listen to me, they got it wrong a lot of times, but they also got it right a lot of times. And I know you and I can see ourselves in these individuals. John Maxwell wrote a book called Failing Forward. And listen to me, Peter was an individual who failed, but he failed forward. And amongst all his mess, all his back and forth, Jesus still wanted him. Jesus still wanted them. He wanted them to be part of his crew. He wanted them to be part of his family. He wanted them to be a part of his life group. He wanted them to be a part of his kingdom building project. Family, every single one of us are going to fail at some point in our life. Listen to me, I fail every single day. I fail as a husband. I have failed as a husband. I fail as a dad. I failed as a dad. I failed as a pastor. But this is what I know when I look at individuals like Peter. Jesus still uses them, and Jesus can still use you. I don't know what you've done. I don't care what you've done. Jesus can use you. So on this day, this Daily Dose day, remember not to give up on God, because he won't give up on you.